Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 713. Now, in today's episode, we're talking about what we can do just before we go to sleep that will allow us not only to sleep deeply and profoundly and to wake up with energy and confidence, but to also get your unconscious mind to do the transformation while you sleep. There are certain things that I do personally that once you apply, you will make some really wonderful changes. Now, I'm not going to say, look, it's going to solve everything, because sometimes we need a deeper aspect of transformation, maybe one-to-one, maybe my program, because everyone needs something like custom to them. But I want you to take these tips that you can apply, that if you do these just before you go to sleep, it is going to allow you to make some changes in the long term and even in the short term in a powerful way. And here is exactly why. When we go to sleep, when we make that transition from the conscious state to the unconscious state, we are handing over to our unconscious mind. That is why I have created nighttime hypnosis sessions to guide you to sleep, whether it be through the app or whether I create custom ones for people. I love the nighttime ones because we're really just allowing our unconscious mind to do the work as we are going to sleep, and when, especially the first 60 minutes of sleep, based on certain studies, your unconscious mind is very observant and absorbing certain directions. Usually, we may be watching TV to go to sleep or listening to a podcast, hypnosis, or maybe it's silent. But there are certain things that you can apply right now that if you do, will start that connection. So the first thing is this. It's all about intention. What is our intention for when we go to sleep? Well, we think like we want to restore. We want to be able to replenish. We want to be able to let go of the previous day. And the first thing to allow that letting go is this. Step number one. It is your job. If we actually just put it back for a second, if you struggle to fall asleep, it's because your mind is thinking too much, whether it be consciously or unconsciously, worries, doubts, reflecting on the day, thinking about tomorrow, all the things we gotta do, or if we're in an imposter, the anxiety, the fears, all those things get in our way. So, how do we deal with the overactive mind that is stopping us either go to sleep or having a really good sleep? So this is what I suggest. Most people focus on what they did wrong in the day, right? Most people think, oh, why did I do this? Why did I trip up in that meeting? What did people think of me? Did I do it right? Did I do it poorly? That's why I'm a failure. That's why I fear rejection. We have all these reflections on the negative. So your job is to partly only focus on what you did right. Okay, it's tricky because we're so used to thinking about what we did wrong. But there are many studies out there in the world that once you start to focus on what you did good, and it could be one thing, it will trick and get your unconscious mind to look for similar things to get better at. Like if you focus on, okay, I actually did X, Y, Z really, really well. Then your unconscious mind goes, well, if I did something really good in that situation, I wonder how I can apply it to different situations which are similar. So it's looking for evidence. In the past, the negative way, we're looking for the evidence, all the things we did wrong. But now you're starting to train up your mind to focus on the evidence that you did something good, and you did do something good. Like you didn't do it all bad that would have anxiety, worries, and fears. Even if it's getting dressed in the morning, you don't really go, oh, do you know what? I got to dress badly today. Oh my goodness, that was a terrible way of getting dressed. No, there are things that you've always done well, and sometimes things that you don't think about. So your job is to reflect upon what you did, okay? What did you do? And then you can ask yourself, I wonder how I can grow because of this. So we can do that in two different sections. If you get your mind into that negativity and you're going, oh my goodness, I did this, you go, I wonder how I can get better. Because usually we go, why did I do this? Well, if you go, why did I do this? You find all the reasons as to why you did it, right? You look for all the past situations to fulfill that evidence of that's why I'm not enough, or that's why I am an anxious person. So when we ask why, we get reasons. And your unconscious mind will seek out the validation of reasons as to why you did not do very well. So if you catch your mind going to the negative, just go, look, how can I get better? How can I learn from this? How can I go into work and feel good? Like, that is changing the direction. But the main point here, that's only if you kind of go into the negative as a little sidestep there. But your job is to only focus on what you did well. And that means you're changing the course of the tide of getting your unconscious mind to look for how it can do better in unconscious ways. Focus on the one thing, and it'll read out to all these other things. So that's the first thing that I'd really recommend doing. The other thing goes back to intention again. Questions. We never ask ourselves questions. If I were you just before sleep, and if I was experiencing imposter syndrome or anxiety, I would be connecting with my unconscious mind and say, speaking to you, my unconscious mind, can you resolve this issue while I go to sleep? I want you, the unconscious mind, to work on this conflict. I want you to find the solutions. You're not here to be a passenger in your own life. You are the driver of your life. You're right in the front seat with the steering wheel. You should be driving wherever you want. But usually we just become the passenger and we let the unconscious mind do the things it's always done. But it changes today, just before you go to sleep. I want you to start to speak to your unconscious mind and go, look, can you or will you let go of this issue for all these reasons? For example, if you experience anxiety, your unconscious mind tries to give you anxiety to protect you of all the things that could happen, right? This could happen, that could happen, so you get anxious about it. Well, we need to be able to get the unconscious mind to realize that, look, anxiety doesn't help. So I'd be going, look, speaking to my unconscious mind, I want you to realize, although you're trying to protect me by being anxious or having these limiting beliefs, but they're not really keeping me safe. And this is how I'd like to be, and this will keep me safe. Biological reasons for your unconscious mind is to protect you. So now you're giving your unconscious mind the ability to go, oh, this doesn't work, because it thinks it works. It doesn't know until you let it know. So you start to suggest that this is not protecting you and there are other ways of being safe. That way, you're telling your unconscious mind what to do and how to do it. And also there is a good why there. This is why it's important. Not like why I am like I am in a negative, but this is why it's important to me to be free of X, Y, Z, because there is a consequence and it's not protecting me. And I want you, the unconscious mind, to go ahead and look for the answers all while I sleep. And allow me to sleep so deeply, so profoundly, that I awaken with fill in the blank. Could be confidence, self-certainty, it could be anything. Just doing those two things is going to allow you to empty your mind by learning from your day. In other words, we're not keeping it repressed, we're processing it. Someone said the other day on a Facebook post that maybe having all these emotions can be a good thing. Well, it's good to feel emotions. It's the contrasting life experience, but repressing them and keeping them for the long term, anger, sadness, fear, guilt, hurt, is not good for us. How do we process emotions? How do we do it in a natural way? Well, it's getting the unconscious mind to learn from it. because learnings will protect you and therefore the emotions will disappear. So think about that first beginning part of learning from your day as a thought process of processing unresolved conflicts or it could be events from your day that allows you to then transition that energetic tie of your day, release the emotion, and then go into a sleep, and then into that latter part, which is to ask the right questions. We usually do not ask good questions. Like I said, we go, why am I like I am? And your unconscious mind will find the answer. All the reasons where you failed. Now it's time to change that. Ask, how can I get better? I wonder how I can wake up confidently. I wonder how you, the unconscious mind, can do this while I sleep. And of course, thank it for doing so. I like to think your unconscious mind's your best friend. It's always trying to support you. It's always trying to protect you. Yeah, it can be misguided. But it's time to reconnect with your unconscious mind by suggesting the right suggestions and solutions while simultaneously thanking it for doing what it's doing. That way, like I said, you're resolving things as you go to sleep by processing and then handing over the suggestions like a baton, like in a relay race. You're handing it over to your unconscious mind to do the work while you sleep. Now, to me, that is amazing, right? Saves you time, makes you feel good, takes you out the game a little bit because you're just drifting off to a nice sleep. And of course, secondly, listen to one of our hypnosis nighttime sessions. That always helps, but a little bit of preparation with your intention of learning and processing is going to really help. Now, if you want a quick bonus, do you want a quick bonus of how to get a little bit better? Well, upon awakening from your day, or your night's sleep, of course thank your unconscious mind, but then begin to create the day that you want in your mind. Once again, you're pre-teaching the unconscious mind. We said this, I think, on the episode before last, that your unconscious mind struggles to find the difference between what is reality and what is made up. It is easy. When we watch a movie, we can get so immersed that we feel the emotions of what the experience in the movie is. In sporting events, all of these things, it is very hard to distinguish at an unconscious level. You know it's not true, but your body immerses into the experience. So why not start to create your day the way you want it to go by going there in the mind? For when you go there in the mind, you're telling your unconscious mind once again, this is how I'd like my day to go. You see, in my main program, we do just that. You get custom hypnosis sessions for that. It's like this 10-minute one you listen to in the morning, and it just transforms your day. Like, it's got your name on it, and it goes through everything, the positive suggestions tailored to your unconscious mind. But just because maybe you don't have access to my program, because like I always say, it's application-based only, it's customized, so we only work with a small amount of people, it doesn't stop you doing this by yourself. You should be the driver and the guide to your transformation ultimately. So when you wake up in the morning, I like to call it my create your day, just hallucinate, and especially from a distance. In other words, you're dissociated. So in other words, you're seeing yourself like in a movie of exactly how you want your day to go. So to quickly summarize, there's what we do. We effortlessly, easily learn from our day. If we get caught up in, oh my goodness, why did I do this? Well, just ask, how can I get better? What can I learn from this that will allow me to be safer tomorrow? Simple as that. What can I learn from this day that will allow me to be safer and happier tomorrow? And then, while you do that, you just then focus on the things that you did well, and biologically your unconscious mind raises your game in all areas because it's looking to do the same, because you've got that as your attention point. And then finally, as you go to sleep at night, tell your unconscious mind what you would like to experience, what you would like to let go, why it's important in a good way. And then your unconscious mind will assume the responsibility to truly make the changes while you sleep. If you created an issue in an instant, which most people do, by the way, most issues may have gone through many events, but in the time of the decision of like, I'm not good enough or I'm not worthy, it usually takes a moment for your unconscious mind to do that. So if your unconscious mind can change in a moment, surely it can change for good in a moment too. And maybe it'll do it all while you sleep. And finally, the little extension there, the little bonus, go ahead and go there in your mind as you awaken. And that means you're creating your day and you're giving your unconscious mind the blueprint, the map, as to exactly fulfill the day just like that. So I hope you enjoyed just this small episode today, or smaller than usual, because it is just some 3 quick tips to help you make that change. And of course, if you haven't got it already, go ahead and download my free hypnosis app at freehypnosis.app. You get all these podcast episodes. 713 is this episode, which, well, if you work out, they're roughly like 20-30 minutes. You've got like a year of transformation, right? Easy peasy. Well, you got 713. You got 713 days, Joseph. What am I talking about? I was going to say hours. You got like 350 or so hours for free in the program. A little bit less, but you know what I mean. Go ahead and download the app. Listen in the day. Listen as you go to sleep. Create custom hypnosis sessions. Leave a review if you'd be ever so kind. It just means we help more people in the world. We shine our light that bit better at freehypnosis.app. And then finally, only, and I really mean this, only if you will not go another day with the perfect blueprint, as I said earlier, getting the expert help, the fully customed and tailored experience. If you experience the imposter syndrome and you're ready to invest in yourself like no other before because you're like so sick and tired of the issue that you've been experiencing, you're tired of the pain, you're tired of the anxiety, you're tired of the imposter syndrome, you're tired of not feeling enough, it's keeping you awake at night, you're spending way too much energy on the issue at a conscious and unconscious level, and like I said, you're ready to go all in, even financially, because it is a paid program, there is a significant investment, because it is customized. You can go to josephclough.info/talk. When you go there, you book a time to speak with us. It'll be like a one-to-one call with someone, and you then fill out an application before you attend the call, and then we'll get clear on exactly what you want to let go, exactly what you want to achieve, get clear on what's unconsciously stopping you, and for the best steps to make it a reality. If you're a good fit, we'll say 100% we'll let it go all within 8 weeks, and then we'll enroll you on that call. And if we, whatever reason, like we don't work out, we don't feel like you're a good fit, or we just can't serve you, we'll try and point you to a different direction. We only want to work with the people who are highly ready, committed, invested in their transformation. So, and if you just want more information about that, you can also go to josephclough.info/power, and it's a little 45-minute masterclass. So that's josephclough.info/power. And that will give you a good idea of what entails to make the transformation of releasing the imposter syndrome in every way. But like I said, we only take on so little clients because it is fully customized, and therefore you got to be really ready to go all in. But once again, thank you for being here in every single way. This was broadcasted live on YouTube, by the way. So feel free to join us there, but I'm going to speak to everyone on YouTube right now, so I'll look forward to speaking to you on a future episode. So you have a great one, many thanks, and goodbye.